want to highlight your work, period. But as we move into the summertime, if there is a specific message that you feel like you'd like people to tap into, is this your season of having people donate or contribute? Is there something pertinent that we need to remember for the homies? I know hydration is going to be key as this weather starts to change, but is there anything that comes to mind immediately that you want people to know about your work, your why, and how we can support?
Well, after my experience with homelessness, I decided that I would spend my life, giving back to people in need. And so my husband and I started the Bautista Project. We founded it in 2016. And our goal was to end homelessness. And I know it sounds like a lofty goal, but it's actually really achievable. There are a lot of systemic issues in America that hinder that achievement, but it still is possible. Working with unhoused community members is a personal passion of mine. There are a lot of myths that come from us that kind of exude negative connotations towards unhoused community members, such as they're violent. As we just saw with the recent killing of Jordan Neely, sometimes they're just in need, and the way you perceive that need may not be your ideal way of someone asking for things, but that doesn't give you the right to kill them. But it doesn't make them violent.
Mm-hmm.
And so um, a lot of times that perception comes from things we see in movies, which may not be true. But in all the years I've worked with unhoused community members, I've never faced any violence from any of them. Another myth is that unhoused community members are homeless because they have mental health issues. Some do. However, many unhoused community members actually obtain mental health issues from being on the streets, or they're exasperated from being on the streets. A lot of us individuals who are not homeless experience anxiety and depression. And if that were to, if that were something that we were experiencing while we were unhoused, it would be exasperated to possible, bipolar or schizophrenia or paranoia. And so we got to have empathy when we're approaching our friends who live on the streets, because a lot of them are actually in fear for themselves. A lot of women on the streets are assaulted by non-unhoused community members, by your average everyday people who have verbally assaulted them, physically harassed them or assaulted them. And so that's, and that too breeds mental illness. Abuse breeds mental illness. So that's another myth. Another myth is that unhoused community members are alcoholics or drug addicts. And I say a lot of times we do encounter individuals that may be intoxicated, but no more than people on our everyday lives. If you imagine, there are so many functioning drug addicts and alcoholics amongst us, but because they're not currently productive members of society, we ostracize them for their behaviors. And because a lot of the behaviors that they have, we have the privilege to do inside of our home. So they go often unseen. But a lot of unhoused community members, I always ask people, imagine having to sleep on the streets for the first time. Say you walk to your downtown location and imagine having to stay there all day. And then at night, you have to sleep there. Would you be able to do that without being drunk or high? I probably wouldn't go to sleep at all. I don't care how many days I was out there. And if I didn't go to sleep for a number of days, guess what? That would start to breed mental illness too.
Yeah.
So if you imagine all these things that are interconnected that breed negative consequences, whether that is impeding addiction or whether that is impeding mental illness, all of these things are interconnected. So my goal with the Bautista Project is to help our friends be seen and heard. Is for me to be a voice for them and to empower them to do better for themselves, because that's what we all want to see. It's so easy for us to say, oh, I see a homeless person, why don't they just go get a job? Well, that's an easy out. But how many jobs are out there that we're not getting,
True.
that we are not getting today? So imagine all the obstacles that I don't have that they're jumping through just to get a job. It's even harder for them to get a job. When you're putting in 130 resumes, they're putting in 130 resumes. And how many callbacks did you get from your 130 resumes? Imagine that. Luckily, you have financial security, whether that be through your spouse or other sources of income. Unfortunately for them, they don't have that security of housing or that financial security. So therefore, they are on the streets. So my goal is to empower them to do better for themselves. So one of the ways that we do that is providing for their basic living essentials, which is providing food, which is providing for their physiological needs like food, like transportation vouchers, clothing items. And the reason why we do this is because if you have a bus pass, you can go to the doctor, or you can go to a job interview, or you can go see your family. So all of these things matter. Or you can go to a soup kitchen down the road because you can make it there. When we provide meals, we provide meals. One thing that we noticed was that there are so many amazing people in this world that every weekend, say for instance, here in Tampa, there are so many churches and groups that provide hot dogs and spaghetti dinners and all the hot foods that these individuals need. So much so that they are throwing food away. And I
Mm.
remember receiving a message from an unhoused individual. He said, "We're homeless, not hungry." And I was like, wow, I was blown away because I realized you're right. Everybody's handing you a plate of food when you're saying, I need somewhere to live. I need to go to the doctor. I need shoes on my feet. And we're like, you need shoes? Oh my God, here's a spaghetti dinner. How is
Yeah.
that the same thing? It's almost like, and we don't expect to be helped like that. When we're talking about helping people in need, we want to help people in need with what they need help with, not what we want to give them. Giving shouldn't be convenient for you, the giver. It should be something that actually helps the person who is being given. Giving is not convenient. Giving is giving. I'm giving something to you. If I have all this money and I hand you a handful of pennies,
Yeah.
how is that helping you? So the Bautista Project, we do provide meals, but the meals that we provide for individuals are shelf-stable meals that they can eat anytime they're in need. We want to make sure that on Tuesday night, when there's no church group out there or there's no happy family giving out meals, that they can still eat.
Mm.
So we provide snack packs, is what we call them. We actually give them an MRE, and we give them a gallon-sized Ziploc bag that has a bottled juice or sparkling water in it. It has 2 granola bars. It has like a tuna kit or tuna pack or raviolis with a pop top, something that they can easily open, and something with a fork. So no matter what day or time it is, you can have a meal. And that's really important in empowering individuals, because it's up to you to eat this meal when you're hungry, not me giving you 10 plates of food when I feel like it.
Mm. Yeah.
Like you being able to eat whenever you need to. When we give you a bus pass, we give you a bus pass so that you can go to a soup kitchen or a doctor or therapy when you need to.
So here's a good question that I want to ask, because I love that you broke out 3 myths of the unhoused community. And I love that you are giving us new perspective of how we need to meet the need and not just what is convenient to us to give. So I guess as we think about how we can get involved, right? Summer is coming. What are maybe 3 ways that we can actually help by partnering with your project to really meet the need and not just do a feel good for ourselves?
I love that. Well, one of the ways that you can meet the need, the first way, the biggest way, is to donate. You can donate to the Bautista Project by going to our website. Um, you can donate by purchasing items from our Amazon wish list. Sorry, I have a thing in my mouth to a retainer. So I'm like, but
You're
you
fine.
can do you can do all of those things. You can donate. That's what we need. By you helping us helps them. And so that's really important. Another thing you can do is if there's something that you want to do for yourself, buy gift cards. I love buying things, but I'm about empowering other people. And that's not just the unhoused community. I want to buy you a gift that you want. Me
Mhm,
buying you a toy that you already have is unnecessary. Me buying you a shirt that you don't even like is unnecessary.
mhm.
I'm going to give you a gift card. You can easily, we all shop, whether it's on Amazon, whether it's Target, Walmart, Starbucks, McDonald's, all of those places sell gift cards where you can easily go through the Starbucks drive-thru and say, "Can I get a $5 gift card?" I would say 10 because Starbucks ain't cheap.
That part.
McDonald's, you can get a $5 gift card and give it to an individual in need. Give them the gift card and say, "You know what? Here you go. I don't know what you want, but this empowers them to make a choice. This gives them the freedom of choice to go buy what they want."
Mhm.
If they want to go in Target and instead of buying some food, they want to buy Band-Aids, let them. If they want to go in to Starbucks and buy a mocha frappuccino, instead of getting a cup of water, let them.
Let
Come
them.
on.
Yeah.
Because
Mm,
there's some days where I need a mocha frappuccino. Okay. That's a feel good for myself.
yeah.
If that makes me feel better for 5 minutes of my day, then let me have that. Give them a bit of happiness by doing that. Empowering, giving them the freedom of choice empowers them. So the first one was donating, donate to our organization, go to our Amazon wish list. The next thing was buying gift cards. No matter where you go, buy a gift card and give it to somebody. The next thing is be kind. Be kind.
Simple.
If you can do nothing else, don't disrespect anyone else. Treat people as you would like to be treated. My children go out to the streets with us. Everyone in Tampa, all of the unhoused community members know my children. My children feel safe around them. Why? Because my children are kind to them and they are kind to my children.
Mhm.
I don't worry about my children's safety because I know them, because I've taken time to get to know them, and because I am able to trust them. We are in fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Get to know somebody, and that fear, that guard will drop so fast because those people are somebody's mom, somebody's grandma, somebody's dad, somebody's big brother that they haven't seen in years. Those are our family. Those individuals are our family members, they're our friends, and they deserve your kindness.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.